The BMW X7 returns as the brand's flagship luxury SUV, blending commanding presence with advanced technology and refined performance. With subtle styling updates, enhanced efficiency, and a tech-forward cabin, it continues to set benchmarks for comfort and capability. Join us as we explore what's new for 2026. The X7 is bold and unapologetic in its exterior styling. Up front, the oversized kidney grille dominates the fascia, flanked by slim, piercing LED headlights that strive for elegance but sometimes feel overshadowed by the grille's sheer scale. The body is long, with taut character lines and muscular haunches that give it presence from every angle. The rear is aggressive but cohesive, with three-dimensional taillights and a roof spoiler that push the design forward. Some critics may find the proportions slightly exaggerated, but for many, that's part of its appeal. It's a luxury SUV that refuses to be subtle. The car lineup offers three distinct powertrains that blend muscle with refinement. The xDrive 40i's 375 horsepower turbocharged inline-six feels far more potent than its number suggests. Smooth, eager, and surprisingly efficient for such a large SUV. Step up to the M50i, and the twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 transforms the X7 into a genuine powerhouse, delivering instant torque and a throaty exhaust note. Then there's the Alpina XB7, which elevates performance to super SUV levels with 630 horsepower and astonishing acceleration. All engines pair seamlessly with BMW's crisp 8-speed automatic and rear-biased all-wheel drive. Together, they give the car an impressive balance of comfort, authority, and precision, making it one of the few three-row SUVs that can thrill as much as it pampers. The X7's 0 to 60 times live up to the hype, more or less with nuance. The base xDrive 40i officially clocks in at about 4.6 seconds for the dash, which is respectable for a large three-row SUV. In real-world tests, some runs show it closer to 4.8 seconds, suggesting BMW may be conservative. The M50i, meanwhile, is claimed at 4.5 seconds in BMW's materials. And for the ballistic Alpina XB7, expect roughly 3.9 seconds, a figure backed by spec sheets. These numbers aren't miracles, but for such a three-row Leviathan, they're seriously compelling. The car's fuel economy is solid for a large luxury three-row SUV, but it's hardly frugal. The base xDrive 40i is rated at 20 miles per gallon city, 24 miles per gallon highway, and 22 miles per gallon combined by the EPA. When you step up to the M50i, and similarly the Alpina XB7, expect a noticeable drop. 16 miles per gallon city, 20 miles per gallon highway, and about 18 miles per gallon combined are typical estimates. In everyday driving, especially in stop-and-go traffic or hilly terrain, the V8 versions can feel quite thirsty. For buyers emphasizing performance over efficiency, this trade-off is par for the course in this class.
The X7 touts a respectable towing capacity of 7,500 pounds when outfitted with its factory-installed trailer hitch, a number that holds across all powertrains. That capability puts the car solidly in the realm of serious SUVs, able to haul a large boat, travel trailer, or utility load without feeling undersized. Of course, hitting that max means accounting for passengers, cargo, trailer tongue weight, and steep grades. Real-world towing will typically demand a buffer. It's not the brawniest in its class, especially versus full-size pickups, but for a luxury three-row SUV, 7,500 pounds is a strong, sensible figure that underscores the vehicle's blend of utility and refinement. The car's cabin feels genuinely premium, though with a few trade-offs. Materials range from soft leather or high-end vegan leather to tasteful metal and wood accents, giving a refined ambiance. Headroom is generous up front at 41.9 inches, with 39.9 inches in row 2 and 36.6 inches in the third row. Legroom measures about 39.8 inches front, 37.6 in the second, and 33.3 in the third. Shoulder room is about 60.0 inches in the front, 58.1 inches in the middle, and 47.9 inches in the rear. The front seats are supportive and feature heating, ventilation, and power adjustments, with upgrades available, making long drives comfortable. The second row is roomy and comfortable for adults, though wider occupants might feel slightly confined laterally. The third row is best reserved for shorter trips or children. It's usable but tight in legroom and width. The generous space in the first two rows helps offset that limitation. The vehicle's infotainment system is among the most advanced in its class, blending luxury and technology seamlessly. The curved glass display integrates a 14.9-inch touchscreen and a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, both powered by BMW's latest iDrive 8.5 software. The interface is sharp and intuitive, with options for touch, voice, or the classic rotary iDrive controller. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and over-the-air updates come standard, while the available Wi-Fi hotspot and BMW Digital Key add modern convenience. Audio enthusiasts can upgrade from the solid bass system to a 16-speaker Harman Kardon or a truly immersive 20-speaker Bowers & Wilkins setup. The X7's infotainment system offers sophistication, customization, and crisp responsiveness worthy of its flagship status. The car offers solid versatility in its cargo space configuration, though with a few caveats. With all three rows upright, you get just 12.8 cubic feet of usable cargo room behind the third row, enough for a couple of suitcases or grocery bags. Folding down the third row expands capacity to 48.6 cubic feet, which is plenty for weekend gear or mid-size loads. With both the second and third rows stowed, the X7 peaks at 90.4 cubic feet of cargo space, very competitive in the full-size SUV class. BMW also includes a split tailgate and air suspension with a lowering mode to ease loading heavy or tall items. In practice, the vehicle's cargo flexibility is excellent. Just don't expect much behind the third row unless you fold it down.
The X7 balances poise and muscle, but it isn't perfect. Its air suspension and adaptive dampers deliver a composed ride that smooths out most bumps well, especially in comfort mode. Steering is accurate and nicely weighted for an SUV of this size, and the body control is surprisingly agile when cornering. That said, on larger wheels, 22-23 inches, you'll feel more road harshness over uneven surfaces. Acceleration is strong, especially in the M60i variant, and the brakes are confident. But the sheer bulk and weight still remind you you're driving a full-size luxury SUV. It's not nimble like a sedan, and the third row feels tight in more spirited turns. The car comes with a strong suite of safety and driver assist systems, standard forward collision warning with automated emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, and automatic high beams. The optional Driving Assistance Professional adds highway assistant with hands-free driving up to 85 miles per hour and active lane change. Beyond electronics, the X7 includes side impact beams, multi-stage airbags, including curtain and knee airbags, and child safety features. As of now, there are no publicly published cross-test results from either the National Highway Safety Administration or Insurance Institute for Highway Safety for the 2026 X7. That said, BMW must still meet minimum federal safety standards, and many of the X7 safety systems reflect an intent to perform well in real-world collisions. The base xDrive 40i has a manufacturer's suggested retail price of about $87,875 in the US. The M60i starts much higher, with estimates around $115,075 or more, depending on options. At the top, the Alpina X7 pushes the envelope in price, with a manufacturer's suggested retail price starting near $157,125. Actual transaction prices will often be lower or higher depending on demand, region, and dealer markups. The jump in cost between trims reflects not just more power, but also upgraded materials, premium features, and exclusive performance enhancements.